Gate is down. Here we go.
I am in. What's up, Megawatt? Jason Wygant back in the tower. This is one of the most highly anticipated races of the week, and partly because of this guy, Mike Brown on the 33 with Kevin Walker right behind him off the start. We yell, oh, mistake from Brownie. He hit every one of those ruts, and we've got 3 riders side by side into the 10 Commandments. This is good stuff, but Brown able to hold it down.
I got to tell you, that was 3 ruts wide right there. He had one wheel in 3 different ruts, and I got to tell you, Mike Brown recovers. As you mentioned, 3 riders wide, and I'm going to keep my eye on Ryan Hughes, the Rhino, out there on that 1986 CR250. Did a little testing yesterday, bringing it old school style here, the Rhino. See if he's up to the task here at the ranch.
How about Lee Walston, who was on the podium yesterday in the 50-plus class? He's the one that nearly passed Brown for the lead when Brown made the mistake here on lap 1. He's in second place. Then you've got Kevin Walker, the all-time leader in wins at the ranch. But what did we just see from Mike Brown? That was sand surfing at its finest.
That absolutely was. A little manual, a little sand surfing, a little step out, but the whole time, throttle is on.
Walker on the number 23 Suzuki gets around Walston to move into second. Is that Keith Johnson coming out of Southwick, Mass, moving up to the number 3 spot.
Johnson, we know he's no stranger to the sand by any means. That guy's strong. He's strong like bull. And sure enough, Keith Johnson trying to make the move into the number 2 spot. Just secured it right here down into the Bermuda Triangle.
And next on the list, Jeff Emig on the 47, that white Husqvarna. He is in the mix as well. Of course, Emig won his 50-plus class moto yesterday, and the racing accolades go far, far beyond that. This
collected
is an
his own
class.
medal on the podium, collected his own medal, basically moved you out of the way, conducted his own interview, basically.
He's class act all the way. Absolutely. Every part of the game is dialed.
Yeah, the Fro Show now.
You know he's going to have a clean Sano look. Oh, battling with Walker right now. Emig trying to get by. Emig on the 152 stroke, trying to get Walker. He's down to the inside. That's Emig on the familiar number 47. Does he have Walker?
Absolutely. Great technique, kept that momentum up. That 150 is so responsive. That thing just dices anywhere. It's so easy to move around. And when you have that added motor, 150 is not a 125 by any means if you've ever ridden one. And then when you build a 150, you're not that far off of a 250. And when you put it in the capable hands of Fro Daddy, man, that's exactly what happens and what you get right there. Excellent move by Fro.
Well, Jeff Emig said yesterday on the podium he feels like on this track he never even had to use all that bike had, let alone what a 450 would offer. And the only worry you'd have, of course, would be the start. But Jeff Emig is one of the best starters to ever race a dirt bike. Start wasn't that bad. So he's up to the number 3 spot.
And you've brought the point up several times, the long short shoot, the sand beach pack. There's not a real straightaway, there's not a real dragway on this course. So for Fro to put his talent to use, going to be fairly easy on that 150, as we saw yesterday. Only took him a moment. Let the race come to him. He didn't push anything by any means. Smart, calculated ride by Fro. And we're going to see much of the same here today. Mike Brown hit a bit of a wall yesterday, was out front, slowed up a bit, this and that, but right now he's setting a blistering pace and trying to get away from Johnson.
Yeah, Brown is 7 seconds up in 2 laps. He's gone. That's Johnson in second. There is Brown on the top of your screen, past that Monster Energy Tower and the Fox box.
So Brown not only cleared the neck.
Wait a minute, we've got a sighting. The 22 of Ryan Hughes on the 1986 Suzuki battling. Barry Karsten is racing someone on a bike newer or older than him for the first time in his life.
Ryan Hughes moves up in the number 7 spot on lap number 2. Yeah.
Karsten and Hughes going at it, and Ryan Hughes on the 1986 CR250 has got Barry Karsten. Karsten tries to slice back underneath.
Hey, I am truly impressed. They call him the Rhino for a reason. His legendary toughness. We all know about pushing the bike across the line at Steel City. We were there, bro. And I had my doubts, to be quite honest with you. And I'm still not sold on this 86 CR250 yet. But we'll see in the capable hands of Rhino how this plays out.
Karsten getting Hughes back. Meanwhile, Walston and Walker just ahead. How many characters and how many old hands? Oh, somebody down in that corner. Was that Walston?
It might have been Lee Walston, absolutely.
Yep, on that number 11. There he is.
It is, yep.
Oh, he's battling Walker for the number 4 spot.
That's a bummer.
Tough break for him. So Hughes going to have to go back to work on Karsten. I'm convinced Hughes passed Karsten. Karsten is like, there's no way I'm going to let someone on a more dated piece of equipment than mine pass me.
Yeah, that thing's older than my kids.
Yeah,
he said,
exactly.
That thing's older than my kids. You're not passing me on that.
Wow, so Hughes going to have to reset. So we saw Hughes on this bike on Monday. It did not look good. But I talked to him Monday night. He had suspension coming. He had a motor coming. He said they were going to a local track to test yesterday, and it doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, it looks like that dented pipe has been replaced, and it's definitely handling better. I watched that thing come out, and I told you the horror stories. I was in fear for Rhino, if you want to know the truth about it, from what I saw during practice. So 100% improvement. Hats off to Bones and Mitch.
Yes, yeah, Pro Circuit did the job.
They gave him the RJ package here, and sure enough, it's turning out pretty good for the number 22 machine. Still circulating in the number 7 position, and he looks fresh. You know what he looks like Ryan Hughes on the bike. So.
He does now. He said on Monday, when he had literally the original unserviced 30-some-year-old suspension of the bike, he said, I was exhausted after like 4 turns.
I was exhausted watching it. So...
Now, Rhino said he actually called Rick Johnson and David Bailey for how do you ride an 86 Sierra 250 riding tips.
I don't know that I believe that. The guy rode split fire Kawasaki's. The guy rode everything under the book. Now, that's pretty cool to say. I called Mitch Payton to get RJ's motor, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't think, Megawatt, if you called RJ, you could instantly go RJ speed?
Yeah, I tried that at Daytona.
Oh, yeah. How that worked out.
Didn't work out so
Hughes
well.
coming back on Karsten, side by side. They've got Kevin Walker right in front of them. Let's see what Hughes can do. He'll be on the right side, down on the inside. Karsten able to use that RMZ 450 horsepower to hold Hughes off as we go into the 10 Commandments.
Another
old riders and one old bike.
All triples.
Triples.
Another interesting stat that only Ryan Hughes owns is he's the only competitor out there to have a fencing scar.
Is that what it's from?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I read that back in the day, man.
Wow.
As a youngster, he did some fencing and stuff and has scars from fencing. So,
while Hughes is putting pressure on Karsten, Karsten has wicked it back up, and he has caught Walker. Oh, a mistake from Karsten on the 31.
What was that?
Karsten and Walker battled hard last year, I believe, in the 50-plus class for the championship. Walker got it. Karsten was second. So you've got guys who are very familiar battling each other, and then the complete wild card with Rhino on this 1986.
And there he comes again. He kind of faded out of the picture for a second, making another charge. I'm not sure. Karsten might have hit a false neutral there or something. Had a small hiccup, slowed him up for just a moment. But out front, Mike Brown, look at this, 8.5 seconds, just continues to check out. Turned a 2:01.2, just came by the finish line right here. 8.51 seconds last time. Let's see what that translates to this time. I believe we're going to be well over 9 seconds as Johnson checks in 10.1 seconds. And look at Emig checks in almost side by side with Johnson. Emig all over him.
Couple of battles to watch, and you got Emig and Keith Johnson going at it for the number 2 spot. And then here it is, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Kevin Walker, the all-time leader in championships at this race, added to his total with a 50-plus championship last year. A little bit harder in 45-plus. He's in 4th right now. And here they're going to come out of the billboards. There's Walker on the 23, then the 31 of Karsten. And here's that battle. Jeff Hemming to the inside, makes the pass on Keith Johnson for 2nd.
I got to tell you, textbook, Jason took the lead, or took the position by taking the line. I mean, drifted over, no contact whatsoever, got on the gas, had the drive, literally took the line away from Johnson and starting to pull away. Now, Johnson not happy. Yo, bro, on that little bike, man, move.
Keith Johnson. It's so funny to see riders who have so much history racing each other. As Johnson said on the podium, he's like, Keith Johnson had a very good pro career, got some top 5s outdoors, solid rider, but he's like, look, Jeff Hemming was always a whole other level. So just to be able to race with him this week, I feel good about my speed. Hey, it is a 450 against a 150 for what that is worth.
Listen, that's neither here nor there, bro. The fact that these guys are out here on this track putting this battle on. Kevin Kelly looked at each other. Can you believe we're sitting here listening to Jason Wygant talk to Mike Brown, Johnson, and
Jeff
Pro
Emig
on the same podium here?
It's
So that was awesome. It was almost like deja vu, and that's exactly what our sport's all about. You don't see Terry Bradshaw, thank God, out there playing some weekend football or some hometown league.
With
Marshawn
Bart
Lynch.
Starr or something.
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch isn't out there, no pickup game anywhere right now. But our riders stay true. And to be quite honest with you, even with NASCAR guys, you don't see them on Friday night stock car racing. You don't see them. When they're done, they're done.
Hey.
But this is in our blood. We're racers, and we're going to throw dirt for life.
So real quick, this is one of my favorite stories ever. The famous Major League Baseball pitcher Randy Johnson became a photographer after his pitching career, and he would come to the Phoenix Supercross every year to shoot photos. And one year, Jim Holly's like, "Hey man, you ever get out there and still pitch?" And he's like, "What?
Exactly.
Of course I don't pitch anymore." And Jim's like, "Well, I still race."
Right.
It's just different with dirt bikes.
Hey, Rick Smits quit shooting hoops
and
to ride dirt bikes. Okay, all right.
Don't be Dutchman. So a couple other interesting storylines here as we watch Walker and Karsten. They've spent almost all last week glued to each other battling. It's happening again. We know long-standing rivalry. You got Hughes in this class and Brown. They battled hard for a 125 Pro Championship back in 2003. They've got history. I think Emig and Hughes probably raced each other every weekend growing up. When Keith Johnson came back here about a dozen years ago looking to win vet titles, he and Walker had unbelievable battles. So every rider, hey, we got another one. Kurt Nicholas moved up to 7th.
When you were done with your story, I was going to say, no, we got another player now.
Yep. Kurt Nicholas 7th, Billy Fosnock 8th, Jason Rich, and Frenchie. Greg Paymart is 10th, Chad Goshenar is 11th, Dennis Dooley 12th, Lee Walston after the crash 13th, Chris McMillan is 14th, and Joe Buskirk 15th.
It is.
Oh, Karsten's got the line here, Megawatt.
Oh, look at this. And we know what back can do, man. He gets the drive. Sure enough, puts it all over. Walker takes control. Nope.
Walker gets it back.
Nope, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I thought he had that line.
Absolutely. Okay, down to the inside. Karsten going to try it again.
Wow. What? Carson's sitting down. There might be something wrong with that bike.
That's Barry's riding style, buddy.
I've watched Barry ride lots of times. That corner looked pretty odd to me. Oh, jumped rut to rut, though, and answered. He said, "Shut up, Megawatt."
I'll show you some skill. Walker and Karsten, it's a great battle. This is for 4th and 5th. Keith Johnson 3rd, Jeff Emig 2nd. Mike Brown's lead is 12 seconds.
2-lap card is out now, Weege. I got to tell you, this is a moment we've all been waiting for.
This is really one of the most anticipated classes, at least us old guys.
That's exactly right. Woo! Mike Brown followed by Jeff Emig. Keith Johnson still in that number 3 spot. Kevin Walker, Barry Carson going to continue to fight this thing out. 2-lap card is out right now. White flag will be out next time around. And I have to tell you, I'm looking for Kurt Nichol and Billy Fosnock to pick up the pace here just a little bit. Ryan Hughes still in that number 6 spot. Should be checking in here in just a moment. Should be seeing Karsten. Yep, Karsten just came through. I heard that 86 Honda. There it comes right now. Ryan Hughes working his way through as well. Taking a look at some of these lap times, Mike Brown 2:05 on lap number 6, 2:02 for Jeff Emig. Emig just dropping the hammer here late in this one, trying to put that charge on going after Brown. It was about a 9-second deficit though last time around. That 3 seconds per lap probably not going to do a bunch of good here. Got to hope for a mistake from Brownie, but Emig, a fantastic ride on that 150. Walker holding off Karsten. Still, those guys continue to battle all the way around the track. Look at this, still almost fender to fender, the number 23 and the number 31. Karsten now has made his way around, I believe. Visual keeps going in and out just a bit here. Oh, Karsten stands that bike up again out of that same corner he had problems with last time back there by Waterworks. Actually had Walker. Walker gets back by him again. Now here they are side by side as they come over the big double back by Waterworks. Karsten, I believe, now Karsten back into that number 5 ride. Walker still up in the number 4 position. Here they go, going to touch again the number 23, 31. Tire to tire. Oh, Kevin Walker brake checks Barry Karsten just up and over the Yamaha Peristyle. Here we go again. Walker comes down into that left-hander. Karsten sits back a couple bike lengths. This is going to be the race to the finish right here, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Hughes, again, back there in that number 6 spot, the familiar number 22 he liked to wear on that 1986 Pro Circuit Honda. White flag is out. White flag flying right now. Brown, Emig, Johnson checking in. Walker, Carson, Hughes. Hughes turning a 2:09 right now as opposed to the 2:12, 2:11 in front of him. Keith Johnson drops a 2:04 trying to get away from Kevin Walker and Barry Carson. Here comes the battle. Here comes Rhino now. He's pulled up on Barry Carson. Late in the race, here we go. It's Walker, Carson, Rhino to the inside. Rhino gets Carson. Going after Walker, can he get a twofer? No, Carson said no, not yet. Rhino carries that momentum through the 10 Commandments. Here he goes. He has made the pass on Carson, going after Walker now. So he dispatches Carson on that number 31 machine. Not yet again. Here comes Carson around the outside. Now you've got Hughes on the rear fender of Walker. Hughes has to go outside, steering with the rear. He's got that 250 on the pipe. Oh, he gets the drive against Kevin Walker. Comes up just a bit short on that pass attempt. Oh, here comes the Rhino. He puts it in beast mode. Grabs a gear. Rhino tucks inside, goes cross rut, holds it wide open, knows he's got about a half lap. Oh! Puts the move on Walker. They rub elbows, coming up on a lapper. Rhino jumping through the rut, shoves that Honda down in there, takes command of the number 4 spot. Hughes bringing the heat here on the last lap. Carson and Walker been battling each other for 3 laps. Hughes dropped off the pace about 3 seconds, makes the pass here on the final lap, looking for Hughes to come through in that number 4 ride. Unbelievable. Wow, the win going to Mike Brown. Keith Johnson in that number 2 position. Jeff Emmy coming through, rounding out the podium. I gotta tell you, hats off to Ryan Hughes. We had our doubts the other day. We saw practice. That bike did not have a fresh motor. That bike did not have fresh suspension. Rhino was working his butt off, and I gotta tell you, they put in the work. They went testing yesterday. Got Rick from the Wick up here with us right now. They put a motor in it yesterday. They put forks and shock on it. They went off location, went testing yesterday, and I gotta tell you, an absolute 180 transformation for Hughes. Pumped for him as he brings that thing home in the number 4 position. Rear drum brake, Rick, okay? Rear drum brake, brother. Wow, holy cow. I can't wait to hear the stories down there. Not sure which one of them's on the podium. I believe Weege is down there right now. Looking forward to getting the story, Jason.
Yeah, Megawatt, I just had to go and stand on the side of the track for that last lap. Unbelievable, epic battle for 4th place. But you would have thought it was all on the line right there between Hughes, Walker, and Karsten. It was for 4th. What an entertaining run right down to the line. And Hughes with 2 passes on the last lap grabs a spot. Of course, Mike Brown was long gone with a gold medal in this 45-plus class. What's up, rookie Sorensen? Looking good. And there's Brownie already downloading with Scuba Steve Westfall of the Rockstar Husqvarna team, talking suspension to try to get even better for the next moto, even though he had a 12-second lead at one point here in moto number 1. We'll chit-chat suspension later, and we'll thank our sponsors now. How about this? Mike Brown, I believe, also got a whole shot award and a gold medal. Let's hear it for Mike Brown. Gosh, man, can you take it easy on everybody? You're already downloading how you can make the bike better the next time.
Yeah, I came here with like the same as last year, a fresh bike, and Factory Connection hooked me up on the suspension, just trying to get it dialed in for that 25 plus. So yeah, I want to do good in that too tomorrow. So getting the bike dialed in, and it's getting better. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow. But that was a good race. Got a good start, and just trying to figure out the bike in some different lines. You know, I was trying to ride the whole track and get used to it. Like I said, tomorrow about the same time. So yeah, I feel better today. So looking forward to tomorrow, and that was a good race for me there.
Okay, you get a group of guys that you've probably been racing your whole life here. I'm assuming you and Kevin Walker probably raced 1 million times. You and Rhino, you and Hughes, and Emig. What's that atmosphere like? What's it like to race these guys?
Well, it's good. I know they're on different bikes than I am, but some of the track is better on the smaller bikes. I wouldn't mind to have one myself, but no, it's great having them guys here because it makes it look more prestigious. The guys are here. I'm not getting all the crap from all the fans, so it's those guys are here racing too. So no, it's good. I enjoy it, and hopefully we can get more of the guys out here.
All right, who do you want to thank, Mike?
Mun Racing, FXR, Rockstar, Dunlop, 60, Alpine Star, Oakley. All the guys, Baker Factory, and those guys, I'm down there working and trying to ride on this side. Factory Connection getting me dialed in better each race I go out. So yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. That's the main race, and I'm focused on that for sure.
All right, he wants 25 plus as well. The forever gnarly Mike Brown taking the Moto win. All right, that's good stuff. Looked like Keith Johnson was able to sneak back up for second. Had a race-long battle with Jeff Emig, and Keith Johnson will bring you on up to give you the silver medal, doing it for the pride of New England. And that was really good stuff. Back and forth, he had second. Emig got him, and then Johnson gets him back late. So we'll hand a silver medal over to the number 16. Let's hear it for Keith Johnson. Come on here out front. We'll let all your logos be seen. Come on out front. What the heck? Look at this. Good thinking. We'll put the bike on here as well. Chris Canning hooking it up. You said yesterday it was really fun to say that you got to battle Jeff Emig, who was at a very, very high level. You were at a very high level yourself, but he was very, very. Today you managed to get him.
Yeah, I think we're pretty even. It's just a matter of wits, I think, and he's shifty. He's like got eyes in the back of his head like any ex-pro would. So he's hard to pass and hard to keep behind you. It's Jeff Emig, right? So I'm just excited to be here. Like I said yesterday, I haven't been here in a while. I have my whole family here, my wife and all my kids and my dad and Chris and the Coquinos family. It's we're just having a good time and just enjoying being here.
Who do you want to thank, Keith?
Well, I got to thank all of them, just for being here. It's their first time. So thanks, guys, to the family and the Coquinos and Chris and Pilgrim Power Sports. Factory Connection's been huge for me. I took some time off, and they really, really took the time to get my bike dialed in the way I need it, and I couldn't ask for anything better. I really need to thank those guys. 100% 60 mellow graphics for getting them done so fast. Dunlop, FXR, making us look good out here. Pro Circuit, Renthal, 100%. Did I say that? I don't know if I did anybody here, but yeah, it's a group effort, Oh yeah. Ossified, my guy at home building my bike. Never had I haven't had a mechanic in years and years and years. He took this thing down and made it race ready and pretty, and real thankful for that.
All right, let's hear it for the number 16, Keith Johnson. And even though these finishes could turn out to be championships by the end of the week, and we'll bring up our third place finisher now. Got a win yesterday in 50 plus. This 45 is loaded, but always good to have him here at the ranch. Let's bring Jeff Emig up, our third place finisher, and hand him the bronze. It's relatively cool by Loretta's standards, but these guys still want to cool off. It's still summertime here. It's not exactly cool, just cooler than usual. And speaking of cool, here comes Jeffro himself. Good battle for the number 2 spot. He'll end up third. Let's hear it for the 47 of Jeff Emig. Yeah, buddy. I asked Mike Brown the same thing. Dude, just what is the atmosphere in this class? I mean, you guys, there's probably 8 or 10 of you that have raced each other 1,000 times. What is that like to be doing this again?
It's like 1990 all over again. I'm not kidding. Yeah, I mean, we've all been racing each other for a long time now, and whether it's as amateurs and in the pro ranks and stuff too. So it's cool. I think that moto, I felt a little better. I was super nervous yesterday. Although I had a worse finish today, so what's that tell you? No, I felt better today on the bike and just getting the flow of the track. I mean, Loretta's here. This track is like nothing. I mean, there certainly is nothing in California that you can practice for this. But I got a third, but I had more fun today. So that's really the purpose of this, is to try to have some fun.
Can you remember that when that's going on? Or you're in the battle, does it start to turn away from fun?
Oh, no, you're full competitive mode. No matter how much, like on the Fro at 50, documentary we're doing with Verb, it's like, yeah, it's just a journey, blah, 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 yeah, whatever, and then you get out there and the competitive fire, is there. And so I'm just super stoked. I'm riding the TC 150 Husqvarna. A lot of people are asking about the choice of that. I haven't got a whole shot yet, but I think that bike has the engine to do that. It's got a twisted development engine with some Tasner reeds, an FMF pipe, of course, things like that. And the guys at Twisted did a great job. And so I really want to grab a whole shot on that 150. It's awesome. I love it. I can't complain. You know, I wouldn't go faster on anything else out there.
That says a lot. Anybody else you want to thank, Jeff?
No, that's it. It's pretty much, it was only me getting here, and
Sure.
I drove here. No, I mean, BJ, my mechanic, he's the guy you see in the pit board area putting all the messages up that I never read each lap. No, I did look one time that time, but you know, mainly just, you know, I appreciate everybody being here. When you race this, you understand how much time, effort, money, dedication it takes to be here, and so I want to applaud everybody that's out there for being here. Thanks.
Good stuff. Jeff Emig,